I was good on my own, that's the way it was. That's the way it was. You was good on the low for a faded fuck. On some faded love. Shit, what the fuck you complaining for? Feeling jaded up. Used to trip off that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on the run, though I give it to you, but baby.
What's up, my peoples? What's up, my peoples? Ayy. What's up, my peoples? What's up, my peoples? Ayy. What's up, my peoples? Thanks for clicking on this video to watch. This is the Q&A video, if you cannot tell. Thank you. I just want to say, first off, thank you to all my peoples that actually sent me freaking questions. I didn't think I would get this many questions at all whatsoever, so I'm probably going to get through all of them, but if I don't, it's probably because I answered it in another video or something like that. But I screenshotted every question, and I'm so grateful to you guys for actually sending me questions. Like, I did not think that I was gonna get this many questions, so I really appreciate you guys for, you know, asking me the questions. Hold on, let me put some on my lips, bro. They dry as hell. All right, so lips not dry no more. All right, Sonic. Y'all, if y'all see this cup, then you know I'm at home, baby, yeah. Caught the happy hour real quick, like, you know what I'm saying? So let's do this Q&A. Let's hop right into it. So Vanessa V, thank you, baby, for sending me a question. All right, so she says, hey girl, literally love you so much. Love you too. And I consider myself one of your biggest supporters. Oh snap! Yo, if anybody disagrees that they're my biggest supporter, go ahead and drop a comment below and let me know how you feel. Let Vanessa know she's not my biggest supporter or whatever. But thank you, girl. I really appreciate that. But anyways, I want to ask, what do you plan on doing after the army? And then she says, oh, she's excited for me to go home and all that good stuff. So after the army, I hope to have my physical therapy doctorate degree. So after the army, I would hope that I could like open up my own practice, practice physical therapy in some way, shape, or form. You know, just go in that direction of helping veterans. I would love to have my own practice that supports veterans, hopefully through the veterans program or through the VA, or, you know, just on my own and like offer special services for veterans. So thanks for the question. Next question from Destiny. Why did you choose the Army over any of the other branches? And if you could go Air Force, would you? I chose the Army because they came at me first, and I was pissed off because I was in Navy JROTC and those people were pissing me the fuck off. So I was just like, fuck this, I'm going to the Army. So I got kicked out of JROTC with the Navy in January, and I joined the Army in March. So that's how fast I joined the Army. And then the second part of that question, if you could go Air Force, would you? I used to say that, man, I wish I would have went Air Force, but when I went on this deployment, I was in a joint base, and Air Force folks have to take too many tests just to get promoted. And I feel like being a leader, it shouldn't be based solely off of knowledge. You know, you have to be able to take care of your people. And so I feel like in the Air Force, I'm not saying that they don't, but I just feel like knowledge isn't a test isn't the best way to promote people. So I'm glad that I didn't go to the Air Force because I could not take a test, one, and I don't want to say I don't respect it, but that's not the way I move. So yeah. Next question is from EXO Priscilla. Can you talk a little about building your finances and stuff in the military, especially if you join at 18? Bitch, I'm broke, so I don't know nothing about building finances. I'm still working on my credit score. I'm still, you know what I'm saying, like, I feel like because I didn't have kids early, I kind of use that as a crutch to say, oh, I can spend my money here, I can do this, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have nobody else to support but me. So I really fucked off a lot of my career as far as finances go. So now I'm at a place where I'm really trying to rebuild my credit and all that other stuff. So I'm just like the rest of you, you know what I'm saying? Or if anybody at all, but I don't have it all together. Let me just put it like that. So yeah, but I would say if you're in the military and you deploy, pay off your student loans at that time or pay off your car at that time, because there's some, I can't remember what it's called, and I'll drop it in the description box if I find it, but there's basically like a law or something that states that if you're deployed or like on active duty orders, or if you got that high interest rate on, say, a loan, like an auto loan, like say you had a high interest rate of, you know, 10% or 15% or something, when you go on active duty orders or when you deploy, they're supposed to drop it down to like 5 or 6%. So that would take a lot off. So that helps out a lot. So I will say that that is a good benefit to have, like when you deploy or when you get on active duty orders. So I'll try to drop that in the description box for you guys. Next question is from Tiara Shepherd. She says, if you could be stationed, she asked me a few questions, so I'm gonna go one by one. If you could be stationed anywhere, where would you choose? Thailand. I fucking love Thailand, but I don't think you could be stationed there. I don't know. But an actual duty station, I would say San Antonio, because I'm from Texas and I love San Antonio, and it's close, it's central to everywhere that I know, like Houston and Austin, you know. Are you planning on taking another contract? Most likely, yeah. I'm going to retire out of the Army, and I hate when people say lifer. Like, are you a lifer? Like, no, after my 20 years I still have a life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dang, bruh's calling me. Hey boo.
What you said?
I said, hey boo.
What's that?
Not much. What you doing?
Being fat.
Oh, you just got that fresh cut?
Yeah.
Well, what you about to do?
I'll probably go back to my room, look crazy for a little while. I don't think it was a gym today.
You need to go to the gym today. You need to get them games.
It's 6:30. The gym closed at 8. By the time I get back, it's gonna be like after 7.
Damn, the gym closed at 8?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that. Well, I'm recording a video right now, so I will call you right when I'm done.
What kind of video you recording?
For my YouTube channel.
You vlogging?
Yeah. Well, not really vlogging. I'm doing like a question and answer. People ask me questions, so I'm answering them on the video.
That's the best answer too.
What you got?
I actually
Oh, okay. It's not YouTube appropriate.
All of my questions are YouTube appropriate.
Oh, okay. Well, give me one so I can answer it right now. We live.
Do your thing and discuss when you get to.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye. Alright. Next question. What was I saying? I said, like, yeah, I still have a life. So after, you know, I don't like to use the term lifer because it makes it seem like, okay, when I get out the Army, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm in it, or I'm in it for the rest of my life. Like, no, when I retire after 20 years, I'm still gonna have a life. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Do you think women of color have problems in the Army? I think we do, just because they hold us to a different standard. I'm just gonna talk about just one instance, just this one right here. Actually, two. So white women, Hispanic women, anyone, I don't want to just say women of color because, you know, Hispanic women are women of color, but as a black female, there's no way I can walk around here with dark brown and light brown highlights in my hair. They would not think it's appropriate. They would say it's against regulation. They would, you know, throw the book at me basically. But white women and Hispanic women walk around with highlights, low lights in their hair all day long, and don't nobody say nothing to them. So I just feel like that right there is like a double standard, kind of. Like, I just feel like if I can't do it, why should they be able to do it? You know what I'm saying? Or like females that have blonde freaking hair and their eyebrows is dark brown. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that that's not their natural hair color, but I'm just saying you can't tell me what hair is natural hair color because that they're obviously dyeing their hair. You know what I'm saying? Like highlights, lowlights, all that bullshit. So that's one. And then two, I be seeing like white women go ham, like cursing out soldiers, like for the fuck of it, in front of a whole lot of people. But let a black woman do that and we're like automatically like labeled like the angry black woman, or, you know, like emotional and all this other stuff. So I just don't like the double standard, and that's just my observation, so don't come at me with that. That's just what I've observed in my career. Another black woman might feel differently, but for me, that's what I've observed. Yeah. Would you still choose your job if you had a choice to pick anything else? Probably not, because I hate IT. So basically I'm a 25 Bravo, but I do 42 Alpha work. So 25 Bravo is IT, information technology specialist, and 42 Alpha is human resources. So I chose, you know, 25 Bravo as an IT specialist, but I rarely ever do it, so I really don't care for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it at all whatsoever, so I never do it. And then 42 Alpha, I mean, it's alright, but I wouldn't choose it. If I was to choose anything, it'd be like physical therapist assistant or PAO, which is like public affairs officer. So they basically do like the videos and take pictures and stuff, and, you know, newspaper articles and stuff like that. I would like to do something like that. Is how do you stay fit? Bruh, I don't work out at all, but I'm gonna get back on my stuff when I move to Little Rock. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know that now. So I stay fit because I'm genetically blessed, basically. Like, I'm able to like pretty much get up and run a PT test and pass. This meaning like barely pass. So I am getting older. I do realize that I do need to start working out more, so I am once I move and get settled. I feel like I can't settle in Italy, but that's for another video, I guess. Next question from Irma Teresa. Do you think you didn't like active because you weren't in the States, or just because you're far from family? I think I didn't like active duty because I was, yes, far from family, and two, I didn't like it because I lived in the barracks and I dealt with people that know they were raised by the army, basically, so they're used to fuck shit, drama, fake people, you know, the fuckery, when I'm used to real, genuine people who are around me because they want to be around me, not because they have to be around me. Alright, so this is a long one. This is from Deja. She says, hi, my name is Deja. I was going to send you some questions for your Q&A vid. I'm National Guard myself, and I'm an E4, and I should be deploying in September, but I've really been looking into ADOS orders for when we get back. What is your MOS, and did you apply for orders for that specific MOS or outside of your assigned MOS? If it was orders that were not your MOS, did you just get trained once you got to the location, or did you already have experience and they didn't train you or guide you? So like I said, I'm a 25 Bravo. I applied for my ADOS orders outside of my MOS, and when I got to whatever position I was going to, yes, they trained me. So yeah. Number two, how did you go about applying for your first tour? Not so much as to what you did to find it and apply, because I saw the video, but more so in regards to what rank you were at the time, and being that it was your first set of orders, what did you do to gain some experience in whatever position you applied for? So my first set of orders, I was the Yellow Ribbon event coordinator, and basically that was my first set of orders where I actually interviewed for it. And I went up there in uniform, you know, and they just asked me questions and I answered the questions. It was just like an interview, basically, and I got the position. So that was really cool. To gain experience, I just had to learn, you know, once I got the position, they just had to teach me what I was doing, and it was basically just event coordinating, and so that was really fun. I really enjoyed that position. And then number three, what would you recommend for, oh, and I was the E4 when I got my first position. Number three, what would you recommend for a lower enlisted soldier such as myself that wants to pursue the active duty tour path? Pros and cons about how long do you want to stay in, and what is the first thing you look forward to doing once you reach a new country? My suggestion for if you want to pursue an active duty tour, just apply, I guess. The pro about it is you still get paid BAH. They're only year tours, so if you don't like it, you can always move on, but you're pretty much getting your foot in the door and you're building up your resume, basically. That's basically what you're doing. Once you get your foot in the door, you get to see all the different opportunities, and then people can recommend you for another position, or, you know, if you find a position, you can always email them and say, hey, I've been doing this position for this long, so I know about ADOS, you know, I haven't hit my 1195, which is a rule that you can't go over 1195 days, 1,195 days within a 4-year time span, so on active duty orders, or you have to take a year break, or you have to go on deployment. But anyways, so, and you gain experience in different fields, not just your MOS, in different MOSs, and it's always pretty cool because it's just like you're working active duty, but you're not having to deal with the BS of active duty, such as like doing CQ, and most of the time you won't have to live in the barracks as long as you're not like on an active duty post, and it's just kind of like come and go, you know what I'm saying? It's not so much like somebody, you have like a squad leader and stuff. Most of the time you have like maybe a team leader and a supervisor and that's it, or you might work directly for a major or something like that. So it's a lot more chill and personable, and it's not so much whole army, let's do this shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I plan on staying in until I retire. And then the first thing I look forward to when I go to a new country is just being able to travel. You know, like, I really don't care for food or museums like that, but I do like to travel and see new things and go to places that, you know, I never dreamed of or somebody else dreamed of. You know, I never thought that I would be in other countries, like, you know, being able to see shit. So that's really cool. All right. Thanks, Deja, actually, for asking me all those questions. She said a lot of other nice things about me, and I really appreciate her. I really appreciate you, girl. Thank you. Appreciate you. I said that, didn't I? From Diamond, they asked, will my ASVAB score be used for anything else after I get into the military? So it's not really your ASVAB score, but the GT score, if you score over a 110, that is the score that you need in order to commission into an officer, or, you know, go the officer route. So that'll be used. But other than that, nope. After you pick your job and everything and you're in, your ASVAB score means nothing pretty much. But that GT score does mean something if you want to go officer, or if you want to go, like, I think recruiting or drill sergeant, but don't mark my words on that one. And then they also asked, what is a good ASVAB overall score? I think it's like over 50 and up, I believe. But then the score is like actually broken down, so different MOSs require a certain score in each field, like mathematics and English or something like that, you know, like, you're gonna have to Google that one. But yeah, basically a good overall ASVAB score, I believe, is anything like over 45 or 50, something like that. Okay, so all those questions were from Snapchat. Now these questions are from my YouTube. So question number 1, what is your ethnicity? I am black. I'm a full-on nigga. No, I'm just playing. My mom is actually half Filipino, and my dad is Afro-Caribbean, which is basically black, but, you know, black people that were in the Caribbean. So like from Dominica, not Dominican Republic, but Dominica. That's where my dad's family is from. So it's like a mixture of like black and some other stuff down there, but I'm mostly black. But like I said, my mom is half Filipino, so I'm a quarter Filipino. So I guess that kind of throws people off sometimes. I look Asian and sometimes. I don't know. Y'all let me know. But sometimes I do, sometimes I don't know. Number 2, what made you join the Army? Was the Army your first choice? Why not the Navy or Air Force? Fuck the Navy. Like I said, the Air Force was, they test too much. And what made you join the Army? Because I was mad at my Navy ROTC folks. Number 3, do you plan on making the military your career? For the most part, yep. How did you find out about active orders? I just heard through the grapevine about it, and I was just like, oh really? Okay. And they told me the website to go on. I went on there and I applied. That's basically how that happened. It was just word of mouth basically. Do you think you'll ever get married again? Yeah, most likely. I hope so. I hope somebody would want to spend the rest of their life with me. Like, that'd be the biggest blessing ever, because I ain't shit. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I see myself with my bachelor's degree, owning a home, good credit score. I probably don't see kids in the future, but I do see myself possibly engaged or with somebody that I plan on being with for the long run, you know, because in 5 years I will be 32. So yeah. How long do you plan on being on active orders? I plan on being on active orders for another year. After that, I want to start to pursue school full-time, to finish up my bachelor's. I have 2 more years. So after this year, I want to finish up my bachelor's degree. That'll put me at 30 years old. So after that, I want to hurry up and possibly get accepted into the doctorate program that they have for physical therapy at Fort Sam Houston through Baylor. So those questions were from Jessica Pierre. Thanks, girl, for asking those questions. From Guadalupe Vieira, I hope I said that right. Number 1, what is the difference between active reserves and active duty? Not so much as a big difference, but active reserves, you work for a reserves unit, so it'll only be a few of you working there full-time as active reserves, and then the rest of your unit comes in during that drill weekend. So you help those soldiers out with whatever, like supply if you work in supply, or HR if you work in HR, stuff like that. So that's the biggest difference, is that active duty works with active duty personnel, active reserve works with reserve personnel. If you're referring to AGR, if you're referring to ADOS, you can work with anybody. You work with active duty, you work with reserve, you work with National Guard, whoever. Number 2, do you personally think the US will start a war with North Korea, or just a war in the upcoming years? I don't know, and I really don't give a fuck. It ain't me going to war, tell you that much right now. No, I'm just playing. I hope not, but if it happens, that's what I signed up for, so you know. Where can you go if you go active in the Army? Meaning, what countries can you go to? Love your videos. Thank you. Where can I go? You can go almost anywhere. There's places in Poland, Russia, Italy, Sri Lanka, I mean, anywhere there's an embassy, military is there. Granted, it's not, you know, Army, but there's Marines at every embassy. Goodness gracious, you can go everywhere. Korea, Japan, Italy, Germany, London, or not London, but New England, Hawaii. It's limitless. You can go almost anywhere. I don't think we're in Canada. We're in Alaska, I know, but I don't think we're in Canada. But we're everywhere, so you can. I don't think we're in Australia or Antarctica, but we, like, the US military is everywhere. Like, legit, we're all over the world, but yet we don't have no Japanese base or no Germany base or nothing on American soil can claim a base of ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird to me, but yeah, we the hall monitors of the world, baby. We taking over. We got everything, you know what I'm saying? And that was the last question, actually. So I got through all the questions. Yay! So yeah, that was all the questions. Thank you so much for, you know, asking me questions. I didn't realize I was going to get so many Army questions. Like, seriously, I think the only question that pertained to me was my ethnicity. So I don't know if y'all are using me for Army knowledge or what. Damn, I thought y'all was my peoples. I thought y'all cared about me, but I mean, I know y'all somebody asked me about my 5-year plan and stuff, which is cool. But either way, like, I really appreciated the questions. Thank you so much. I hope that, you know, I hope my answers helped you, and I hope that you learned a little bit more about me and my mindset anyways. I hope you gained a little bit more understanding. I really fucks with y'all. Y'all my peoples for real. So I really appreciate you guys asking questions. But again, maybe we'll do this again if I get a nice little feedback. All right, now y'all know what to do now. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Like, I want y'all to smash that thumbs up button. I want 50 likes on this video, y'all. I need to get 50 likes on this video. So go ahead, hit that like button. Make sure, if you haven't already, which I don't know why you haven't, subscribe. Like, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, bing bing bing. I'll wait. Bing, hit that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you stay tuned in the next video. If you have any more questions, make sure you comment down below, and I will fuck with y'all later. Bye.